Hola, soy Jessica Ojeda de Selva Inglés y yo ayudo a los hispanohablantes a aprender cómo aprender inglés para que aprendan mejor y más rápido y sin frustración. Y aquí tengo a mi madre y ella nos va a ayudar a aprender la diferencia entre unas palabras en inglés, ¿ok? Viene de Gabriel, él me preguntó, ¿cuál es la diferencia entre esas palabras? Y voy a hacer la pregunta a mi madre y ella no sabe nada de lo que voy a preguntarla, ¿ok? Entonces es como nada más lo que ella cree, ¿ok? ¿Listos? You ready?
Ready.
Ok. Y mi madre se llama, ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
No, what's your name? What's your name? ¿Cómo te llamas?
My name is Catherine.
Okay, se llama Catherine. Okay, so we're all ready. So could you tell me what you think cry means? Cry, to cry. ¿Cuál es el significado de el verbo cry?
To cry? To cry to me could mean several things. One in particular is I may cry if I get my feelings hurt, or I may cry if I get hurt, like accidentally or something like that.
So what is it to cry?
To cry, you usually have tears.
So you have tears. Tienes
Yes.
lágrimas.
Yes.
Cuando llores. Cry quiere decir llorar. Llorar. To cry is llorar. So you have tears when you cry.
Yes.
All right. My next question is, mi siguiente pregunta es, so what does weep mean to you? To weep.
I have to think about that one.
Tiene que pensarlo.
That,
Porque es una buena pregunta.
to weep, I guess means to cry a little.
You think to weep is to cry a little. Ella
A
dice
little.
como es llorar un poco.
To me,
Uh-huh. So when would you weep instead of cry? You gave us two examples of crying. You said you would cry if you got your feelings hurt or if you had an accident. You would cry. Would you weep in those instances too?
probably not. I think I may weep maybe if I'm sad.
So if you're sad about something, you
I
could
may
weep.
weep.
And what's something that would make you sad enough to weep instead of cry?
Particularly if I lost someone I loved, I will probably weep.
That's not crying.
Well, it's hard to explain because it is crying, but maybe weeping may be like a softer cry.
A softer cry to you.
Maybe instead
Ella
of
dice-
little, maybe just more within and softer.
Okay. Ella dice que es más suave cuando llora para expresar weep es como más suave. Okay. Entonces, cry, llorar es como el término en general. So you would say that cry is just a general term.
Yes.
And do you always have tears when you cry? ¿Siempre tienes lágrimas cuando lloras, when you cry?
I think so.
You think you always have tears?
Yes.
Okay, and what about when you weep? ¿Y qué tal para weep? ¿Siempre tienes lágrimas también?
I think so too.
You think you always have tears too
I
when
think
you
so.
weep? Entonces, creo lo que ella está diciendo es que weep es más con más emoción. I told him what I think you're saying is that to weep is with more emotion.
Yes.
Can you cry with joy?
Yes.
Can you weep with joy?
No.
You don't think you can weep with joy?
No.
The dictionary says you can weep with joy. Pero también a mí me pareció como, en serio, you can't weep with joy.
Doesn't
Pero
sound right.
it doesn't sound good to us, but maybe in other parts of the world, in the English-speaking world, posiblemente hablan así. Pero para nosotras, no hablamos así. Siempre es cry for joy, or cry with joy. Okay, and otra pregunta es tear. Gabriel me preguntó la diferencia entre cry, weep y tear. Gabrielle asked me the difference in cry, weep, and tear. So what about tear? What does tear mean to you?
Tear means to me that you are thinking about some things that may make you cry, such as something sad, or maybe someone may have hurt your feelings, and it's really inside and you're not crying out, but your emotions are coming up and you're tearing. You're tearing because of thoughts.
So are the tears, are they forming in your eyes when you say you're tearing?
Yes.
And I think it's more common to say you're tearing up.
Yes.
You agree?
I agree.
We always say, oh, don't tear up, you know? Don't get the tears in your eyes for tear. And I'm going to add one to his list of words that he asked us about, and that's sob. Voy a agregar una palabra a la lista, es sob. What is sob to you?
Sobbing to me is uncontrollable crying. When you are really, really sad or really hurt bad, something like that, and you are crying really hard.
And it's the most vocal.
Yes.
With crying and weeping, would you say it's vocal at all? Do you actually use your vocal cords if you're crying and weeping?
Not. I wouldn't say so. Not so much. Not as sobbing.
You can, though.
You can.
You can use your vocal cords with crying and with weep, and you definitely do with sobbing.
Yes, I think so.
Sobbing, I think of a little child when they fall down.
Mm-hmm.
They get up and they're sobbing, and they're like, I can't do it. That's sobbing.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You want to give us a summary of those words? We have cry, weep, sob, and tear.
Cry, weep, sob, and tear. Okay. He said to cry is you may cry if you get hurt physically, or you may cry if you get your feelings hurt. Mm-hmm. Emotionally cry. Okay.
And we have happy cry too.
And also we can cry when we are excited or happy for some reason.
To me, cry just means to have tears coming out of your eyes. Tener lágrimas aquí es llorar. Cry. And it doesn't matter what the emotion is, if it's positive or negative, or if you're weeping or if you're sobbing. Pretty much all of that is covered by cry. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
So to sob and to weep are two kinds of cries for me. What do you think?
I agree with you on that.
Okay. And so just give us a quick summary on sob and weep and tear.
Okay. To weep is, I think what I said, is more like a soft crying. You can be also sad and weep. Mostly sad, I think, and weeping.
Yeah.
More than getting hurt, And
it's more emotional.
True, more emotional, weeping.
Let's do to tear up, the phrasal verb, to tear up.
All right, to tear up. It's like I could be thinking about something sad or something that's going on in my life that I'm not happy with, and I could be real sad about it, and I could just start to tear up.
Like at the movies.
Like at the movies.
Como en el cine, no?
Yes.
But
I'm not crying.
Nobody wants you to see.
Yeah. But you're not crying, but you're tearing up. So
you're tearing up.
That's tearing up.
Okay.
And sob?
Sob.
Okay, to sob.
She's going to give us an example.
I don't know if I have an example or not.
No, I meant be the actress.
To sob is more of I would think an uncontrollable crying, and you were sobbing
or weeping,
and you were crying or weeping very heavy, and that's what we would call sobbing. Mm-hmm. It's very, very emotional and very hard to contain yourself and to control yourself, and you were sobbing.
No te puedes controlar, okay? Mm-hmm. When you sob. Mm-hmm. All right, very good. Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.
All right. So, te invito a suscribir a mi canal de Selva Inglés aquí, y también te invito a ir a mi sitio web, es selvinglés.com y ahí puedes conseguir un librito completamente gratis de los errores más comunes de hispanohablantes en inglés. Okay? Until next time. See you later. Bye bye.
See you.